everyone, myself Dr. Chandrasekhar here. It's pleasure to meet you, sir. Mr. GIORGI IMEDASHVILLI, Head of International Students of University of Georgia, one of the top ranked university in the Georgia. Hello, sir. Glad to meet you.
Greetings.
Sir, tell me about your university.
So, University of Georgia is the biggest private university in our country. In Georgia, it's the university with the highest amount of international students, widest range of English programs, and we have 6 different schools. We teach everything from medicine to business administration, from IT to computer engineering. We have programs on the bachelor degree and the master degree as well, and we are getting students from 77 different countries.
Okay. Any international collaborations with the global universities this university is having?
Of course, the university has tens of different types of collaborations between the European universities and the University of Georgia, different types of exchange programs, the staff exchanges, the academic exchanges, also the student exchanges as well, the scientific collaborations as well, mutual agreements in the different fields. And we also have collaborations with American universities and with Asian universities as well.
Okay.
Depends on the type of.
Any student exchange programs you are offering?
Of course.
For the clerkships?
We offer different types of exchange programs, including the Erasmus Plus, the most popular ones,
Yes.
that are funded by European Union and are probably the excellent opportunities for the international students and local students to have some kind of experience of a different kind, and it is also funded by European Union, which means that the students don't have to pay for the travel or for the staying or for the education. It's all funded by European Union. We also have other type of exchange programs like bilateral agreements that allows us to give you the type of experience that you can have in different country as a student for a semester or 2 semesters, and it depends what exactly is between the universities the common thing. So if you have a program of the same kind, if you have the particular subjects of the same kind that have many similarities, then it's easier to do the exchange program because the credit mobility allows you to count the credits that were obtained in a different university in your home university.
Coming to medicine, mainly students and the parents think about the initial years. Students have anatomy, biochemistry, physiology subjects. So, in mainly the practical labs of anatomy, biochemistry, what about the equipment infrastructure of this university?
Sure, the University of Georgia has the best labs in Georgia, so we spend a lot on the labs for medicine. We also have the simulation hospital, which is something that usually is very hard to build. It's very expensive, but it's very helpful for the students who want to get some practice before they go to the hospitals, because that happens after the 3rd year. And the initial years are more about the theory, so that's one of the biggest important things that we have to prepare them for the real practice for in the hospitals. And these kind of things as labs, the digital anatomy classes, the simulation hospital, the OSCE examinations, they really are helpful to prepare the students for the real experience in the hospital, because they have already done the similar things at the university, so they just need to be prepared psychologically for the hospital situation, and I think that's very important.
In India, so many people are blaming Georgia, saying that in Georgia only the clinical knowledge is taught on medical simulators. They are not allowed to touch the patients. What is the real scenario here?
The clinical rotations are done in the clinics with the real patients. 5 people at one bed, so that's a very good practice. The simulation part is before the clinical part comes.
Yes.
So the first 3 years you're getting the theoretical studies plus the simulation hospital and plus the simulation experience. That helps you to be prepared for the real one. Then after third year, 3
This
years
is
of clinical practice.
how your university curriculum and the faculty members uh, guide or help the students in cracking their board exams. For example, some people prepare for the USLMA,
Yeah.
so they need to prepare for the USLMA
So we
exam.
have-
Coming to India, some people prepare for next
Yeah,
one and
but
next two.
the-
How
the-
your university curriculum and faculty help and
the
guide
classic,
students?
the classic model of the license examination is USMLE. The next one next to is also based on the
Yes, yes,
model
yes.
of USMLE step 1 and step 2. So we have the program made already in a way for the student to be easier to qualify on the license examinations, because we understand that if there is no license, there is no career for the doctor. Your diploma just will not help you to have a good life as a doctor. You need a license to start
Yes.
working. So I think the most important part is that we've built the program in a way that first 3 years of the program are covering the step 1 or next one level, and the next 3 years the students are eligible on the 6th years old to start the step 2 to try to pass the step 2 in the US. But we always recommend to finish up the 6 years and do that because all these 6 years are divided into more theoretical and more practical parts, just because to give you the enough preparation for the license examination as well, because first 3 years are following the USMLE step 1 materials, and the next 3 years will help you out to do the step 2 as well. So that means that already when we were building the program, at that time already it was just the FMG examinations in India, but we knew that the world is going towards the USMLE style of examinations everywhere. So we prepared it on that model. And that is pretty helpful, I think, and when the statistics will come out about next one and next two, I think it will be very favorable.
Coming to the safety, students are coming from global countries and different countries and different continents here. So how university is going to safeguard and what protocols were following for the student safety?
So there are things that we have to know in this case. We are home for the students from 77 different countries. That means that the situation in Georgia, the perception of the situation is that people think in Georgia tend to think that it is a very safe country. And we also are helped in this case by the statistics of the United Nations, and we are always on the top of the list of the safest capitals. So Tbilisi is one of the safest capitals in the whole world, and several times it has been nominated as the safest capital of Europe. That means that we have the lowest crime rate.
Yes.
And that already means that there is a very little risk for the international students to come, and that also helps us to attract as many international students as we can. And there is also a different, I think, a different point that we need to be careful about, and that is the hostel life and accommodation quality. And I think with this case, with our partners from Resource and with your part, is that they built a really good quality hostels. They've made a good system of accommodation that are really comfortable for the students and are really safe as well. So that's why for the parents, they can really be sure that there is no risk for the students. And there is also a very small time difference between India and Georgia, only 1.5 hours. So yeah, the parents don't need to really wait for 4 hours after the work to just try to communicate with the child after the long day, because evening time is evening time in both countries, and it's very comfortable to stay in touch.
Coming to medicine, clinical knowledge is most important for the students. So how you are providing clinical knowledge to the students? What are the teaching hospitals and the hospitals
we have the relationship with 28 biggest hospitals in Georgia, best ones including the new hospital and Evans Group, which are the leading landmarks of the Georgian medical system in general. We have our own university hospital of Medulla, Helsinki and Devex, which is Caucasus Medical Center, and they are one of the best hospitals that you can find not only in Georgia but the whole region of Caucasus, with hundreds of beds, and they are the places where we give our students the chance to get practical knowledge. So what we try to do is that we try to find the best place for the particular experience. So if there is a, let's say, the practical session for ophthalmology, we try to find what's the best clinic in that particular field that give you that experience. If there is an oncology that we need to do, then we're going to find, let's say, Medulla, which is the leader in the oncological field in Georgia, and we give you experience there. So that's a very good system, I think, and that is very practical for the students.
Yes, yes. There are this many universities in Tbilisi and Georgia. So why we should recommend University of Georgia? What grades?
So as I've already mentioned, is that we have the best clinics under our hand. We have the best lecturers because we have the highest amount of international students. We are the biggest ones. We have 6 different schools. We're not only a small medical college or something like that. We're the biggest private university in this country. We're the biggest player on the market. That means that we also can guarantee the quality, we can guarantee the diversity, we can guarantee the interesting student life. And all these things together, I think, worth thinking about.
It's a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Pleasure. Hope to see you, many of you in Georgia, and good luck on the exams.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your time.